Hi everyone, this is the Nordic Venture Show, your guide to the exciting world of Nordic startups and venture capital. In today's episode, we're exploring a startup called FinanceKey.
All right, welcome in everyone to the deep dive. We're diving into FinanceKey today.
Ooh, FinanceKey.
Yeah, they're a Finnish software company, and they're doing some stuff I think that's pretty interesting in the world of Treasury and payment operations.
Okay.
And our goal today is to kind of cut through any noise and really understand what are they doing, where are these ideas coming from, and why should you, someone listening who wants to be on the cutting edge of things, why should you even care? And we're pulling all this information directly from FinanceKey's own website.
Excellent. Yeah, if you want to get smart on FinanceKey quickly, this is the way to do it. So we're going to really distill down all the key information, give you a sense of the company and their role in this fast-moving world of financial technology, what makes them tick, why they might matter.
Exactly. So let's just jump right in and start with the founding story. So FinanceKey was founded in 2021, and the core team came together really in March of 2022. And they had a pretty ambitious goal from the outset. They wanted to create modern, agile, and innovative technology for busy finance professionals.
That's a big goal.
Yeah.
But their background is very relevant here. The founders all worked together for 12 years in the corporate treasury team at Nokia.
Nokia, a name everyone knows.
Yeah.
That already, kind of suggests a certain level of expertise, right?
Yeah, for sure.
But even more interesting, this treasury team at Nokia that they worked on, they were winning awards for their work in payment and treasury technology. And they were doing things with digitalization that led to savings of tens of millions of dollars per year. Now, that's not just incremental improvement, that's huge.
Yeah, no, it's really quite remarkable. And that history is not just a side note. That's really at the heart of why FinanceKey exists. So they had this experience at Nokia. They saw the challenges firsthand and they thought, well, we can build something better.
Okay. So they come from this very experienced background. Now they start FinanceKey.
Sure.
So what is the big problem that they're trying to solve? What's their core focus?
Yeah, their focus is on driving this transformation towards real-time, data-driven, and increasingly AI-powered treasury operations. So really thinking about the future of treasury and how that's all going to work.
So they're based in Finland, obviously. That makes sense.
Yeah.
But they also have a branch office in Switzerland.
Mm-hmm.
So that already kind of suggests they're not just focused on the Finnish market.
Right.
They're thinking bigger.
Yeah.
And they've got some notable investors behind them.
Yeah, they're backed by Maki.vc, first fellow partners. They also have the backing of a number of notable finance professionals.
Interesting. So let's dive into the people behind FinanceKey a little bit. Who are some of the key players?
Yeah, so the CEO and founder is Veikko Koski, and he has over 17 years experience in both corporate and bank treasury. And his expertise ranges from asset and liability management to FX risk management, all the way through to front office activities. And he's passionate, really, about data-driven, real-time solutions, solving customer pain points.
Okay.
But, outside of work, he's a family man, like cycling, skiing, hiking. He follows Finnish basketball.
Okay. Yeah. That's always good to get a little bit of the personal side of things.
Yeah.
What about the CTO?
Yeah. So the CTO and co-founder is Macer Skills, and he also has over 17 years of experience focusing on corporate treasury. But he's also been leading DevOps teams. So for anyone who's not familiar with that, DevOps is basically a way of bringing together software development and IT operations to kind of make things more efficient. And he's passionate about the role of technology in the future of payments, a big advocate for lean and agile principles, and really describes himself as a curious listener.
A curious listener. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good quality.
It is. He outside of work, like swimming, mountain pursuits. He's also a family man. He's a big consumer of podcasts and audiobooks. He likes to listen to those during his cycling commute.
All right. Keeping himself entertained and informed on the go.
Yeah.
What about their VP of architecture?
Right. That's Roni Meyer. He's also a co-founder. He has 14 years of experience specifically in designing mission-critical payment technology and treasury software. So really, that's his bread and butter. And he oversees the architectural decisions, the product core functionalities, and a lot of the software development automation that they do. And he has a very extensive background in bank and payment rail connectivity. So things like host-to-host connections, Swift, APIs, that sort of thing. So really ensuring that FinanceKey can connect to all the different systems that it needs to. And outside of work, he's a family man, likes eating out. He's also Enjoys running. He's a fast runner as well.
Oh, it's fast runner. Okay, we got one more co-founder to talk about. Who is that?
Right. That's Tiago Batista. He's the VP of engineering. He has 12 years of experience in Treasury, so payments, FX, finance automation. He also worked previously for CERN, the European Organization for Nuclear Research.
Oh, wow.
And also at Nokia.
Okay, so another Nokia connection there.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So at FinanceKey, he leads the software engineering and development, and he's kind of coordinating between tech and design. And outside of work, he's a family man. He likes swimming, playing paddle, and spending time with his children. So there you have it. I mean, they've got a really diverse, but also a very focused and relevant set of skills and experiences, this founding team.
Yeah, they definitely seem like they've got all their bases covered there. But the expertise doesn't end with just the founders. They also have a pretty impressive board of directors. So who are some of those folks?
Right. So the chair is Christian Palola, who is currently the CFO of Finnair. He also holds a number of board positions at publicly listed companies. But importantly for FinanceKey, he held a number of senior finance roles at Nokia. So he actually worked with these guys back in the day. So he already knows what they can do.
That's a strong vote of confidence, I would think.
Yeah, absolutely. Then there's Mirja-Lisa Berglund, who is currently the head of financial risk at Nordea. She has a very extensive background in finance, reporting, and compliance. So she's worked at banks and other financial institutions, Big Four companies, and she's very experienced in regulatory frameworks. So, she's worked with financial supervisory authorities and that sort of thing. And she's very well placed to ensure that FinanceKey is on top of all the regulatory requirements.
Yeah.
Then you've got Kim Group. He's a co-founder and managing partner of First Fellow Partners, one of the investors in FinanceKey. He's got a really strong tech background. He's been an entrepreneur himself. He's been an investment banker. And now he's an investor. And his firm's portfolio includes companies like Avon, AlphaSense, Wolt. So really, quite successful companies.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing.
Yeah. And then there's Tim Bolt. He has over 20 years of experience in B2B software leadership. So he was formerly a senior VP at SAP, and he's a venture partner at Maki.vc, another of the backers of FinanceKey. And he's got a really strong background in early stage tech startups, so he's probably going to be really helpful as they try to scale the business.
So when you look at the combination of the founders and the board, you've got a lot of hands-on experience in Treasury, a lot of technical expertise, and also people who really know how to build and grow a tech business.
Yeah, absolutely.
So let's move on to the core of what they actually do. What is FinanceKey's big offering here?
Their core message is one API for your whole treasury.
One API. So what does that mean? What does that actually mean for like a company that's trying to manage its finances?
In practical terms, it means connecting your banks, your ERPs, your internal systems, everything to a single platform. And from that platform, you can get real-time cash visibility, you can get dashboards, you can make payments. So it's about bringing everything together into one place.
It's the one-stop shop for all your treasury needs.
Okay.
And so they do this through, they have these kind of modular interconnected solutions. What are some of the key things that they offer?
So first off, there's connectivity, which is all about, simplifying how you connect to all your banks and your payment providers, your ERP systems, TMS systems. And they support both APIs and file protocols. So whether you're a very modern company using all the latest technology or you're a little bit more traditional, they can accommodate you.
Okay, so you don't have to have the most cutting edge tech stack to use this.
Exactly. Then there's cash visibility, which is, I think, at the heart of what they do. So this is about giving you real-time insights into your cash position through dashboards that are designed for CFOs and treasurers. And they're very keen to emphasize that you don't need heavy implementation projects to get this real-time visibility.
That's good. That's always a pain point.
Yeah.
You don't want to spend 6 months implementing a solution, right?
Right, exactly. So then there's forecasting. And this is about being able to create really accurate and reliable short-term cash flow forecasts that are updated in real time. And that allows you to make better decisions, to optimize your cash flow. And it's really critical for effective treasury management.
Absolutely. And then they've got a module that just deals with payments.
Right. It's called Payments Hub, and it's a centralized hub where you can control all your payment flows. You can set up your approval workflows, who needs to sign off on what, and it gives you flexible payment execution. So you're in control of when and how your payments are made.
Okay. Sounds very comprehensive. What else?
So then there's liquidity. That's about giving you a real-time view of all your short-term liquidity, so, all your multi-bank pools and different currencies. And they also have a blotter, which shows your FX deal requirements.
And then finally, they've got account validation.
Right. This is about being able to verify beneficiary owner names to prevent fraud, and also to check account status, to reduce payment returns. So you're not sending money to the wrong place or to a closed account, that sort of thing.
So basically, a suite of tools all accessible through this one API. What are some of the specific advantages that come with that?
Well, one of the things they highlight is that you can easily feed all this structured financial data into your BI tools and your data lake solutions. So, all that data from your banks and ERPs is coming through this one API, which makes it much easier to analyze and use in your reporting and decision making.
So no more manually pulling in all that data from a bunch of different sources. Okay, good. What else?
You can also easily connect to your existing ERP, TMS, and other internal systems. So again, it's about simplifying those integrations, which can often be quite complex and time-consuming. And then they talk about how using these banking APIs can really supercharge your operations because you can automate a lot more, and you can do things in real time. So it's about making your treasury much more efficient and responsive.
And for the IT folks out there, what's the main benefit for them?
A big one is that it frees them from having to maintain all those bank integrations. So, banks are constantly changing their systems, they're upgrading things, and somebody's got to keep up with all that. And typically it falls to the IT team. But with FinanceKey, all those integrations are taken care of, so IT can focus on other things.
Right. So it's not just about what FinanceKey says they can do. What are some actual users saying about the platform? Do they have any customer testimonials?
Yeah, they do. So, for example, they have Eduardo Fernandez, who is a treasury specialist at Hero Foods, and he praises the platform for its ease of use. He also highlights the team's responsiveness to feedback. So, they're listening to their customers and they're making changes based on what their customers tell them.
That's good. Always important to be responsive to customer feedback.
Yeah. Absolutely. They also have Jacob Koch, who's the head of Treasury at Better Energy, and he talks about how the real-time cash visibility that FinanceKey gives them puts their Treasury operations technologically way ahead of other treasuries that he's seen.
Wow, that's high praise. Anyone else?
Yeah. And they have Ami Lopez, who's the CFO and board director at Hero Foods. And he talks about how the intuitive dashboards and the real-time cash visibility allow them to make better decisions and to plan their liquidity more effectively. So, it's having a real impact on how they run their business.
Okay. So who exactly is FinanceKey targeting with all these solutions?
Primarily, they're targeting finance, treasury, and IT professionals. So specifically, treasurers, tech professionals, and accounting teams.
Okay. So let's say you're a treasurer listening to this. What are some of the things about FinanceKey that would really appeal to you?
Well, I think the big thing is the power of APIs. So being able to access your banking data instantly, being able to automate a lot of your processes, managing your cash and liquidity in real time. You also have much more control over your payments. And then, you can easily create these dashboards for your top management to show them how things are going. So, it's giving you all the tools you need to be a really effective treasurer.
Okay. What about tech professionals? What's in it for them?
So for tech professionals, it's really about being able to orchestrate the connectivity between your products or your internal systems and the financial world. And you can do that all through this one API. So, it really simplifies things for you. You can easily monitor and manage your integrations, your payments, your account validations. So it's taking a lot of that complexity away from you.
Okay. And what about the accounting folks?
So for accounting, it's about being able to identify transactions quickly. You get automated notifications. You can categorize your cash flow automatically. And perhaps most importantly, you can access all your bank transaction data in real time, which makes month-end closing much faster and less painful.
Okay. Sounds good. Anything else we need to know about FinanceKey?
Just to highlight that they are a regulated entity, so they're a Registered Account Information Service Provider, AISP, operating under the supervision of the Finnish FSA.
Okay. Very important in the financial world, obviously.
Yes. Yeah. And I guess it's also worth mentioning that they won the Best Innovation Lab Solution Award at the TMI Technology and Innovation Awards.
Oh, that's impressive.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's sum it all up then. What have we learned about FinanceKey?
We've learned that it's a Finnish fintech company founded by experienced treasury professionals who came from Nokia. And their aim is to really revolutionize treasury and payment operations with this one API platform that they've built. And this platform offers all these modular solutions for connectivity, for cash visibility, forecasting, payments, liquidity management, account validation. And it's really targeted at those, finance, treasury, and IT teams.
Right. So for someone listening who wants to understand what FinanceKey is all about, I think we've given them a pretty good overview here.
Yeah, I think so.
And it sounds like they're addressing some really key issues in the Treasury world, things that companies are struggling with.
Yeah, absolutely. And it leads to a really interesting question, I think. Given the increasing complexity of global finance and the need for real-time data and decision-making, how might platforms like FinanceKey actually change the role of the treasurer?
Yeah, that's a good question. How will the job of the treasurer evolve in this new world of real-time data and automation?
Exactly. Something to think about.
All right. Well, thank you, everyone, for listening to this deep dive on FinanceKey. Until next time.
Thanks for listening to the Nordic Venture Show. Don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned for more stories of innovation from the Nordics.